friends, welcome to episode 170 of the Quirky Monday Craftcast. My name is Kalisha and I'm coming to you from my home in Central Florida, where the weather for the last couple days has been so beautiful, and I just want it to continue for like maybe 2 more days. Just 2 more days of this beautiful fall weather. It's been like high 60s into the 70s, and that is just the perfect weather for me. It's supposed to go back up this week, like towards the end of the week into like the 80s, but like right now I am flourishing. Today is Monday, October the 9th, and we are just now starting to feel any cooler temperatures. Huzzah, Florida. If you are a new viewer, welcome. I hope you find something here that you can connect with. And if you are one of my returning viewers, welcome back. Thanks for hanging around with my unpredictable upload schedule. Anywho, let's get into today's episode. So we'll start off with a couple bright spots, and I think we only have like literally a couple. We have a bright spot from Sally Fishburne Susanna Morlow. And they said, my bright spot is my pups, always bringing their love and loyalty. Definitely. Like Tootie is my dog if you're new. She has been such a cuddle bug lately. So pups, cats, pets always bring the bright spots. And our second bright spot is from Marianne W. And it says, my bright spot is I just spent a few days on Cape Cod. The weather was warm and I got to ride my bike, walk, and sit and craft at the beach. That sounds so delightful. Like, since the weather has been so much cooler the last couple days, I would love to just be like waterfront somewhere, whether it be like a beach, a spring, a lake. Like, I just want to be next to the water and not melting. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for sharing your bright spots on the last episode. And if you are new, bright spots are a section of the podcast where we put like comments of good things that happened or things that brought us joy so that we can share them with the community. And I always encourage everyone to read the comments and celebrate with one another with those bright spots that are posted. So yeah, let's get into the crafty bits. I have quite a few finished objects, primarily because it's been such a while since I recorded last. So there's that. We'll start with the never-ending socks that finally ended. So, when did I start these? I started these socks in April. Yeah, in April. And they're just now getting finished. And as soon as I cast them off, actually, no, I started them in May. But regardless, it's been a stupid long time for these socks to be on the needles. As soon as I cast them off, I wore them like the very next day and have been wearing them in my sneakers at work. And so they are quite felted now. But these are my, Lord of mercy. These are my Valdosta socks. I'll show you the legs so you can get a look at the yarn. So there we go. So I call these my Valdosta socks because I got this yarn in Valdosta. Is Valdosta in Georgia? Somewhere around there. But in April, Lamar and I went to our college's homecoming, which we call Alumni Weekend. And we drove, the way that we drive takes us through Valdosta. And there's this little shopping center that he likes to stop in all the time because they have a discount bookstore. It's like $1 to $3 bookstore. And there was also a like garage sale, thrift stores situation going on that day. And he spotted bags of yarn, and like the lovely yarn husband he is, he said, hey babe, look, bags of yarn. And I was like, just slow the car down, I'll jump out and roll. So this yarn was one of the balls of yarn that was in the bags that I got. And yeah, it's just a regular vanilla sock. My sock recipe is I use 2.25 millimeter needles. I do 64 stitch cast on with 2x2 ribbing for 20 rows, then the leg for however long I want. I do a wrap and turn short row heel, and I wrap until I have 10 stitches across the heel. Then the foot with my gauge, it works up to about, we're playing with the length of my sock actually. This one was 72 rows, and my next sock that I'm going to show you was 65 rows. So I have a sneaking suspicion that I've been making my socks too long this entire time. That's fun. But after the foot, I do a rounded toe, and the decreases that I use for the rounded toe are like ones that I kind of put together that fit my feet. So it's like Kalisha's rounded toe. But I don't know what kind of yarn this was because there was no label when I got it. It had already been wound up. It was actually a little bit moth-eaten. So I made sure to like thoroughly check all of that, because if you are a longtime viewer, you know that we had the Great Moth War of 2020 up in this house, and I'm not trying to fight them jokers again. So I went through the yarn, I ran it through the dryer, and here we are. As you can see, this is like the ball of the foot is super felted, but I love how it feels. It makes it feel so much more like cushiony. So yeah, these took forever to get off the needle, but now that they're off the needle, I wear them all the time. And that's probably because, you know, like the novelty of newness, like when you finish something or you get something new, you just want to use it right now. So, and then also these are at the top of my sock basket. I need to just flip that whole basket over so that I wear through my socks evenly. So yeah, Valdosta socks, all done. Hooray. My next pair of socks was like on and off the needles. I don't even know were these on the needle the last time I podcast? I don't think so. I don't think so. But these, I'm calling these my candy corn socks. This is the yarn that I use to knit them. This is the yarn that I use to knit them. And this yarn was given to me by Melody Crochet years ago, probably like close to 5 or 6 years ago at this point. Yeah, so I did the same recipe for these socks, 64 stitches, 20 rows of 2x2 rib. The leg that I did on these was, I think I did 20 rows on the leg, same heel. The dogs are having a heart attack right now. Wrap and turn heel down to 10 live stitches. This foot I did to 65 rows, because we're going to check and see like maybe if that fits better, because I have noticed that my socks, they tend to get a little like long in the toe. We don't want that. And then my rounded toe. I started these at the very beginning of September, like the very last week of August, beginning of September. So about a month on and off. Love it. I have another pair of socks that I don't have with me because they were actually a gift for one of my coworkers. So I'll put in a picture here. And they were just cozy, worsted weight, vanilla socks. And as I was knitting them up, I was reminded of the worsted weight sock craze that I went through a couple years ago, where I knitted myself quite a few worsted weight socks. And I kind of want to do that again. They're kind of super cozy. I love them. So there's probably some worsted weight socks on the horizon for me. But these socks, nothing super special about them. I followed, where is that book? I probably didn't put it back on my shelf, did I? Oh, I did. Look at me putting stuff back. Come on. I used this book for the recipe for a worsted weight sock. I really like this book, even though it's super, like, this is a very good book to have as a beginner sock knitter. After you kind of like understand the construction of a sock and how to like figure out the math and whatever, it's not like super groundbreaking or anything, but it's a very good resource. Especially when I don't feel like swatching and doing math to figure out how many stitches I should do for a sock in different weights. This is real handy. It has stitch counts, kind of like a vanilla pattern for all the different weights of yarn, except for lace. I don't think it has lace weight in here. Yeah, so fingering weight, sport weight, DK, worsted, bulky socks. Do recommend. Was that all the socks that I finished? Yes. So I have one more one more, well, I guess technically though, all three of the last things are fiber projects, just different crafts. So this is my crochet project. I finished my twisted, what was I calling this? The twisted sunflower vest. Yeah, I finished it. I really like it. It's quite heavy, but I really like the way that it came out. I still want to make a tank top or like a top of some sort with the granny squares, but I really like how this one came out. This is made using the Just Cotton from the Dollar Tree. Like I said last time, if you decide to use the Just Cotton yarn from your local Dollar Tree to make a project and you need more than one skein of the same color, check the dye lots, because they are not created equally. They'll be the same color, but completely different dye lots, like vastly different. So take an extra moment, verify your dye lots before you leave the store. But yeah, we are going to a corn maze, like, farm, and they have sunflower fields as well. So I think I'm gonna wear this. I think I'm gonna wear this, and I will just feel so stinking cute. But that came out really well. I really like the way that yarn washed. Like, I washed and dried it just on a regular cycle, and it fluffed up and like got more dense after washing and drying. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And my last two finished objects are, actually now it's three. My last three finished objects are punch needle. So a few years ago, I decided I was going to try punch needle. And like, whenever I get into a new craft, or whenever I decide I'm going to, try a new craft, I get the supplies as if I'm going to love doing the thing. And when I started it, didn't like it, did not enjoy, it was not the jam. So I put away all of my punch needle supplies. One of the dogs is doing something they have no business doing, but that's a future Kalisha problem. And then recently, I don't know why, but I've just gotten bitten by the bug to do punch needle again. And I think what kept me in it this time was that I bought a kit. And this is the kit that I bought. It was on clearance at some craft store. But it was like an abstract image, and it came with the like all the shapes already pre-printed on the what is this, monk's cloth. So I just followed the instructions and punched the colors where it told me to punch the colors, and then like covered the back with Mod Podge. I just like saturated it with Mod Podge, and I've been using this as a little mug rug, and I love it. So after I did this one, I was like, I think I really enjoy punch needle. And because I am ever the craft kit purchaser and then forgetter of said craft kit, I had this one. I bought this from Target in their dollar spot, like during Black History Month or something. So this is another punch needle where it was pre-printed with the shape of Africa and the heart. And this one used embroidery floss and a smaller needle. And the kit came with the needle and everything, so I didn't have to buy anything but the kit. And I just sat one night and just boop, boop, boop. Ta-da! And this just kind of chills out on my shelf here. And then I was at the Dollar Tree looking for something. I need to keep my little happy tail out the Dollar Tree. But I was in the Dollar Tree looking for something, and I came across these little burlap frames, like stretched canvas stretched burlap frames. And when I was looking at it, I thought, I bet I can punch needle on there. Ta-da! So I used, I didn't use the same punch needle that came with that kit because I didn't really like how it fit in my hand. So I went and I bought a punch needle from Joann, only to get home and was looking underneath one of these shelves for something and came across a stash of punch needles because one day I found a pack of them at the Goodwill. So now I have an abundance of punch needles. I got options. So I need to make some more things. Your girl has options. But I pulled out my collection of thrifted embroidery floss and my punch needle, and I like made this little sunset thing. I drew the design on the back and then just colored in. I tried, can you see? Yeah, you can see that this one's higher than this one and this one's higher than these. Like I was kind of exploring the different heights of the loops that I could get with the needle I was using. And I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed punch needling on this burlap so much that I bought, I think, 2 more in this size and 2 in the 8x10 size. What am I going to make with them? I don't know, but I love the idea that it's already framed, that it's the perfect size for punch needling with the needle I have. Is it close to hand? So these are all of my collection. So I was using this one, and it has a handle like that you just screw on and you just punch away. So I have 3 different sizes of this and then 2 chunky boys in here. But yeah, the burlap is the perfect size to use this needle. And I find that if I have the tools to do a thing, I'm way more likely to do it. Another thing I discovered whilst re-entering the world of punch needle, past Kalisha found a whole rainbow set of punch needle yarn, like perfect punch, 100% acrylic yarn for punch needling. And it is basically a kind of like a lace weight acrylic yarn that is kind of like the size of embroidery floss, but it's yarn. So I will be using these, and like I said, I have a whole rainbow, neutrals, black and white, and everything that I found at a thrift store years ago. And I was just like, this looks like a craft supply that I will need. And I put it in a box, and I put the box with the rest of my craft supplies, and now I have the things. It makes me so happy. Like sometimes I'm like, Kalisha, why do you amass so many little crafty things? For a moment like this. Right? Okay, so yeah, those are all of my finished objects. Put that guy back up. I also, when I kind of get, I feel like when I get better at punch needle, I want to explore doing punch needle with like my, like the superwash yarns and stuff, because I have a whole lot of leftovers. You know, like after I finish a project and I put a square in my crochet blanket and then I still have these little bits and pieces. Wouldn't it be cool to make some sort of like wall art piece with those leftovers? Right? I think so. Oh, what I was saying before the dog scared the crap out of me. I really like that with these frames, they're already like stretched on canvas. So if I wanted to just hang it up directly on the wall, I could. I can put it in a frame. Like I can sit it on a shelf. Like it's ready to go. I don't have to do any, like with this one, how I had to sew the ends and all of that for like preparing it or whatever. With these, I just put Mod Podge on the back. We done. It's finished. I love it. Here for it. Very excited. Much excited. Works in progress. Okay, so I have 3 fibery works in progress and, oh no, that's 4. 4 fibery works in progress and a sewing work in progress. So first, I'm going to show you this one. Boop. This is yet another Trelawny top. That's a pattern by Tamy Gore, and I have made it twice. Yeah, I've made it twice. As written, it has like leaves that are leaf color work that goes around the yoke, but I am doing it without the color work. And in this really pretty orange color, this color is called Pumpkin Spice, and it is Loops and Threads Wool-like. Wool-like is a acrylic something blend. Polyester? No, not polyester. Acrylic nylon blend, I think it is. And I don't think Michael sells it anymore. And I'm guessing that at some point it went on a pretty great sale based on how much of this I have in my collection. There's that. So I have 2 skeins in this color that I'm going to be making this sweater out of. It's not a whole lot to look at. I just have like, I think I'm about this far down the yoke. I do modifications on here. I have discovered that I like a wider neckline. So I think I do, like for body measurements, I do the 2nd size, but for the cast on, I cast on the 3rd size, I believe. Could be totally wrong. But I cast on 1 size up from my body measurement and then increase only enough to like get me up to the stitch count of the body measurement. That way I can just continue on following the size 2. But modifications that I'm doing on this one, I did a 2x2 rib, and I did the rib like a thicker rib than I normally do. I'm playing around with the idea of possibly doing some color work around the bottom of the sweater. But I also might not, because I might want to make it just kind of like your, you know, everyday go-to kind of t-shirt top, which is what which is how I wear my other plain Trelawny. It's just like t-shirt, short sleeve sweater. Like short sleeve pullovers are my jam. Yeah, nothing special about that. I'm just doing the pattern as written from now on. I skip the short rows, and I'm going to trade out all of the ribbings for 2x2, regular 2x2 rib. Yep, there's a dog chewing on something that they're not supposed to be chewing on. It is what it is. Let's see. Let's show you this. Wait. Okay, so I said earlier that I need to keep my happy tail out of the Dollar Tree, and that's because the Dollar Tree craft section has been getting in new and fun crafty things. Like, I found a sewing pattern in there the other day, and like for, I think it was like a tote bag or something. Dollar Tree does sewing patterns. I will test it out. We'll see how it goes. And I recently found these. So the Dollar Tree also has little crochet amigurumi kits. And the kit comes with, oh, it says right here, includes a plastic needle, yarn, stuffing, crochet hook, plastic beads, and instruction sheet. And when it says plastic beads, it means like the safety eyes and the safety nose, for $1.25. Now, the instructions leave a lot to be desired. Do I have the instructions with me? Because if you have never followed a crochet chart, matter of fact, I don't even think this is how you're supposed to write crochet charts. I don't have the chart with me, but it's written in such a crazy way. I'll put a picture, because I took a picture of it, because first of all, the instructions for the whole thing are written on a piece of paper this big. Friends, I already wear glasses. I can't see that. So I had to take a picture of it on my phone so that I could zoom in on it and see what I'm, like, how many stitches I'm supposed to be doing. So I have gotten this far, and I am very happy with it. So originally, which I couldn't tell in this, like in the picture, this is gray yarn. But of course, when I looked at it, I thought it was cream, and this is Kiva, right? If you're new, Kiva is my other dog who passed away this last Christmas Eve, actually. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a crochet toy of Kiva. Of course I'm going to buy it. So I bought it, didn't even look at the yarn until I got in the car and realized it's gray. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not making it with gray yarn. So I swapped out the gray yarn for this cream, and I'm making a little stuffed Kiva, and I am so stinking happy with this thing. Like, I might cry a little bit when it's done, but I'm making it. And we are struggling through this this pattern, because bruh. I also bought they had a teddy bear, I think it's like a tan bear with a pink shirt, and they had a pink bunny, and there was a fourth animal. I don't remember what the fourth animal was, but I bought the dog and the teddy bear. And I'm considering making a crochet with me vlog where I crochet the teddy bear. So you guys can kind of see it worked up and wherever like that. But that's a pretty cool like kit to get for $1.25. Yes, please. Okay, this next work in progress I'm super excited about, because it is a sentimental gift, and it's for Lamar. A couple weeks ago, Lamar and I went out for a date night, and we went to a video game bar. And the video game bar is basically like, you pay like entry, and once you're in, they have all of these like old school arcade games, and they're all free play. So we went in, we played Mortal Kombat, we played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he played Punch Out. I attempted to play Donkey Kong, but I am garbage at Donkey Kong. We played some other like combat games, like fighting games. He played Mrs. Pac-Man. I got stressed out watching him play Mrs. Pac-Man. And then he was playing this game called Galaga. And whenever we go anywhere that has like arcade games, he always plays Galaga, and he always tells me about how when he was little and they used to go to the laundromat, his mom would give them quarters to go play video games, like occupy yourself. And he and his brother would always play Galaga. So being the thoughtful, crafty person I am, and also how, like, I want to make him things. Like, I want to make him things. I decided to make him a Galaga-themed hat. Okay? So, it's color work. I'm just so proud of this thing. I'm just going to tell y'all up front because this is as far as I've gotten. And if you've ever played, I'll put in like a screenshot of like the gameplay screen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what the video game looks like. And so like the background is space and it's black with all these different colors, like speckles for like the stars or whatever. So I found this yarn, this colorful tweed yarn at Michael's, and the yarn that I'm using for the color work, I actually thrifted. Actually, no, the cream yarn a coworker gave to me, and the rest of the colors I thrifted recently. But yeah, you can see in here, I've got blue and red in there ready to go, and the cream, and then my space color. And don't drop a stitch, sweetie. Don't drop a stitch in your excitement, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna put the chart that I created. Like, y'all can see, I'm stupid proud of this thing. So I think that I'm gonna have to take out one of like the bad guys, or the two ones at the top. I'm gonna have to take one of those out so that the hat isn't too tall, like too slouchy. And I think I'm gonna take out the one with the yellow. I am going to regret not getting up and seeing what these dogs are up to. I tell you, just pray church. Anyway, so I'm currently working up the spaceship, and then I have the little missiles that the spaceship shoots, and then there's like the first bad guy, and then there's more missiles, and then there's the second bad guy. So I don't know if the second bad guy is going to get in there, but it will at least be the ship, the pew pew pews, and the first bad guy, and maybe another row of pew pew pews, depending on how it goes. I was definitely overzealous when I created this pattern, or this chart, because as you will see, there are rows of 3-color color work. Okay, bruh, what are you doing? I know you're still over there. Zeus? Or is that Zuri making a mess? Whoever it is just sitting still. Like, if I don't move, she doesn't know I'm here. Go to your bed. Hey. Go to your bed. I'm looking at you. You go to your bed too, ma'am. Zuri. What was I saying? 3-color color work. I'm making it because I've done, like, this row that I just finished has 3 colors. It's got the black, the white, and the red all together. I feel like I might even have some rows that have 4 colors of color, like all 4 colors active. And I'm like, girl, why did you do yourself like that? But here we are. We're already committed. I showed the chart to Lamar. He was actually excited about it, and he don't be getting excited about like my knitting and stuff. So I know that he's really gonna like this hat. I told him that he has to wear it at least twice. So I think he can do that. So that's my Galaga hat. Super, super proud of that. All right, so the last fibery project comes with a surprise, okay? So I know that during Vlogmas, you guys love it when my mom comes on the videos and she has her little, her clips of the day telling you about what she's doing at her school and everything. And y'all kind of love her. And I love that y'all love her. But Quirky Mommy is getting married. So my mom's getting remarried and I'm really excited for her. Her fiance is a really nice guy. And her wedding is in like 2 weeks. So it is like we're going to stream it. And because I'm the only person in the family that has like an active YouTube channel, it's going to be streamed on here. So if you would like to watch Quirky Mommy get married, you're welcome to watch. I think she would get a total kick out of that. If she saw some of her internet friends like comment or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so she loves the idea that her internet friends, her Quirky Monday family will be able to watch the wedding should you decide to. But yeah, it's gonna be on here. It's gonna be streamed. And I'm excited. And since I'm crafty, I had to make a bunch of things for her wedding. So I made her flower girl baskets. I made her Bible pillow. I made her garter. She's using my veil, which I made for myself when I got married. What else did I make for her? I don't even know. There's a whole box of stuff over there that I'm gonna be mailing her, of all the things that I made for the wedding. She been having me do like graphic design for her and everything, and she always calling me like, Kalisha, we need a thank you card for da 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 da. And I'm like, all right, Mom, we'll work it up. She got me working, y'all, working hard. But anyway, I am her matron of honor, and like, how cute is it that I get to be my mom's matron of honor, right? But she didn't have a specific dress that she wanted us to wear. Like, it's me, her fiance's daughter and goddaughter are going to be the bridesmaids, and her fiance's son and my two brothers are the groomsmen. And she didn't have a specific dress that she wanted us to wear. She just told us that she wanted red. So y'all know I'm an avid thrifter. So I found multiple dresses, okay? And I finally found one that I really liked. Only it, like, you could zip it up, but if I zip this dress up, I'm not breathing. That's just it. We are just in the dress, but we're not breathing, okay? So I yesterday sat down and I did a huge remodeling of the back of this dress. And like, the project has been in my head for quite, like, since I bought it, a little bit after I bought it, I was kind of formulating this plan. So basically what I did was I cut the zipper out and then folded over those raw edges, stitched them down so that now I have an open back dress, inserted eyelets, and converted it to a corset back dress so that now the dress fits, your girl can breathe, and I can wear the dress that I like. I did have a backup dress that I found, but it 100% looked like 90s church prom, and not really the vibe I'm going for, honestly. So here is, I think, like, I was showing you like the before of the dress, and here's the after, so you can see what it looks like after my modifications. There are a couple more edits that I need to do before the dress is finished. I have to, like, I put in an insert in the back so that the corset part isn't just my back being out, which would have been cute. But also, she's getting married in Delaware in October. I'm finna freeze. That's just it. So I put an insert in, so like a little lining, and it doesn't sit quite perfectly. So I'm gonna sew in snaps. That makes so much more sense than hook and eye. Thank you for being here for my epiphany just now. So I need to buy some snaps tomorrow. But like, it doesn't sit perfectly, so I'm gonna put the snaps in, and then I'll be able to like have it just right. And then I have to sew in bra cups, and I feel like there was one more thing I needed to do on that dress. No, it was just that. Put in the snaps on the lining and put in the bra cups, and then the dress is finished. And y'all, I cannot express how proud I am of this dress and the adjustments that I made to it. Like, my minor in college was apparel and design, and yesterday made that worth it. Not that I really learned a whole lot of that stuff in my apparel and design classes, because they didn't really teach me anything, because there was only 2 apparel and design minors in the whole university. And after we graduated, they did away with that minor because nobody was taking it. There's that. But I'm very proud of myself. Okay, I'm getting carried away. It's the feeling of coming up with something as an idea and then making it real, and there it is in the real world. So good. So there's that finished object / work in progress, basically finished. And then there is this, which is the piece that goes with it, because she's getting married in Delaware, and it's finna be cold. At least I think so, but global warming, who knows? Yesterday when I was talking, yesterday it was 68 degrees here, and I was talking to my mom, and I was like, Mommy, it's 68 degrees here, and I'm loving it. She goes, it's only 8 degrees warmer in Florida than it is in Delaware right now. So I might be able to just wear my shoulders out. Who knows? But in the event that I need a sweater, okay, I have this shrug that I have been working on. It looks like this on the back, like just a regular triangle, kind of like a triangle shawl. And then I kept working on the diagonal, and then I squared off the end, and then sewed the edge together to make a little sleeve. So it's got sleeves on both ends, cuffs, and I am so proud of that little decrease. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And right now I am working on the ribbing that's going to go around the opening, the body opening. So this is how it looks on right now. And I'm going to put probably this much ribbing around the edge. I'm kind of considering sewing it a little bit more closed here. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Dang it. So now I got to rip out this whole row that I crocheted today. But I'm going to sew it a little bit more closed. Am I? Nah. You're just going to go with it. It's fine. So I'm going to put that ribbing on, and then this will be all done. I showed it to my mom yesterday, and I told her about the significance of the reason that I picked this kind of pattern, and I decided to use granny stitch and popcorn and double crochets, specifically because when I learned to crochet, my mom taught me how to do the double crochet. Whenever she was talking about how she learned to crochet when she was younger, she always said that she learned how to do the popcorn stitch. And the second thing I learned to do when I learned to crochet was the granny stitch. So this has a lot of like family vibes in it, and I just thought it would be perfect to wear at her wedding. So I will put some pictures here so you can see it more on, and I'm hoping to finish this in the next couple days because time is running out. But I'm so excited about her wedding and how happy my mom is, right? She's so excited, y'all. Like, she was like, when are you getting up here? When I come pick you up from the airport, we're gonna go get our nails done. I was like, Mommy, we'll do whatever you want to do. She was like, okay, we gonna get our nails done. Go ahead, Crystal. So that is everything for works in progress. The next thing we have is maker plans. So, all right, speaking of my mom and mentioning Vlogmas, I, for the last couple years, have been making a 12-day advent calendar for her to open during Vlogmas, and we did angel statues because she collects black angels. I did handmade ornaments. Is that it? I've only done this twice. No, 3 times. I did the angels. I did crocheted around round ornaments so that they're all like the round bulbs, and I crocheted over them. And then I did ornaments of different types and things, crocheted different things. So this year I asked her what she wanted me to do, and she came up with the idea of tiny clothing items. So, and the clothing item that she specifically said was tiny shoes, because I like shoes. How am I supposed to make shoe? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. So I think I'm going to like kind of, the project is going to be like a tiny closet. And I'm gonna do like little sweaters, little socks. I'm gonna attempt a shoe. And if I can find some little tiny hangers, I think that would be adorable. If not, then I'll just use a regular ornament hanger and call it a day. So that's a plan. I need to flesh out and kind of design my process so that I can get that going. And that's going to be her advent for this year. So 12 little clothing things. So if y'all know any patterns for tiny clothing items, send them my way, please. I don't want to have to design everything out of my own brain. The next maker plan that I have is a gift. So a couple years ago now, I think it was probably 3 years ago now, I made two crochet dolls for a couple kids at my church, and then I made a third one for another little boy at my church. And like all these kids are around the same age, and then one of the older kids asked me to make one for her, which I haven't started. And every time she sees me, she's like, where's my doll? And I'm like, it's on my list of things to do, I just haven't done it. And so when I saw her the last time I saw her, she goes, you know, instead of a doll, can you make me a Hello Kitty hat? I was like, I can do that way faster than I can do a doll. So I will be making a Hello Kitty hat for one of the little girls at my church. And I know I can whip that up pretty quickly. I just have to do it, you know what I mean? But I never know when I'm gonna see her, which makes me dilly-dally on starting it, because I could be doing other things if I'm not gonna see her. So, yeah. But I need to just get that done so that I can at least put it in the car, and then whenever I see her, it's there. So, tiny closet advent for mom. Hello Kitty crochet hat for the little girl at my church. I mentioned that I had been going to the Dollar Tree and seeing their like craft section improvements. And one of the things that they have started having are these like iron-on patches. So of course I got the spacey ones. I got this one from my friend Tiffany because she likes tacos. But because now I have a collection of iron-on patches from the Dollar Tree, and I got these at Joann. I need something to put them on. So I think I'm going to use this pattern. This is the one from the Dollar Tree. I have some denim fabric and make this little tote bag, maybe put a zipper in it, and I have a project bag out of denim, and then I can iron these patches on it and be like my dollar store fancy pants project bag, right? So that's a project, or that's a maker plan. I don't know when any of that's going to happen, but I want it to. And then the last maker plan is from this library book. So I got this book at the library, Whimsical Stitches, and I want to make this sunflower plant. Where is it? I don't know if I want to make it where it sits in the pot like this. Like, isn't this cute? This is adorable. I don't know if I want to make it where it sits in the pot like this, or if I just want to make like this much of it and then attach a string to have it hang in my car. I don't know, but I have the desire to crochet a thing to hang in my car. I want to make this. This book is also really, really cute. I'm thinking about buying it. Like, it's adorable. Look at the little bunny with a carrot. And the little ducks. So yeah, Whimsical Stitches. It's just really cute. And I think that is all of my maker plans. So let's talk about stash positions. So one of the stash positions is right here. Excuse me, Mr. French. This is Happy Fuzzy Yarn in the Corey sock base. It's 75% superwash Cordell wool, 25% nylon, and it's a 50-gram skein. Happy Fuzzy Yarn. Oh, what's the colorway? The colorway is grapefruit. And I got this from the Barn Yarn. So years ago, there was a yarn shop in Claremont, Florida called the Barn Yarn. And it was a really cool shop. I loved going there, but she closed down. And a couple weeks ago, I saw she started posting on Instagram again that she got a booth in an antique shop around the way from my job. So I stopped by, got some yarn. I really like this orange. I have one other pair of socks that I made out of the same base. And I think the colorway was called Tree Frog, and it's like a green bluish yellow kind of color. And I'm thinking potentially about using those leftovers as the heels, toes, and cuffs, and using this as the body. Yeah, make some Cordell socks. I really like the way that the other socks fit or wear the Cordell fiber. It's definitely a little bit scratchier. Well, merino's not really scratchy at all, but it's a scratchier fiber, but on your feet, at least I can barely tell. But I really, really like this color, this bright, punchy orange. So I kind of want to cast these on like ASAP. But I have other things that I need to finish. And the last stash acquisition that I have is the Happy Place yarn. That's the collaboration between TL Yarn Crafts, or Toni Lipsey, and Hobbii. I was really excited when Toni started showing the yarn line that she designed with Hobbii, and I was like, I want to try that. So of course I had to get the green and picture. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it's gonna be some kind of garment, 100%. Whether that is going to be a knit or crochet garment, not sure, because it is a DK weight, and I don't think I have any DK weight tops. The closest I have to a DK weight top are the tank tops that I made out of the Kobu, because I think Kobu is like a DK weight, sport weight yarn. So excited about that. One thing though, this yarn did not photograph accurately from like any of the posts that I saw on Instagram, because the reason that I decided to get this color, the green one, was because I saw this one and it looked more foresty, but you know, colors vary. So I kept going through the hashtag to see like what other ways the color was represented in different pictures. In some light, it looked almost like neon green, like Grinch green right there. In other lights, it looked like that green of that grassy space right there. So it was kind of like, what's it gonna be? And it's definitely lighter than I was expecting, but it's still a really pretty green. And I'm glad that I went with the green. Yeah. And that is the end of our craftiness for today. Plant Mama Life and whatnot. I don't have anything for Plant Mama Life, but Life and Whatnot, I already told y'all, fall showed up, and I was standing out on the porch just smiling, just because it's cool. And oh, I bought a bike over the weekend, and I rode it for the first time today. I rode it for a mile, and I should not have ridden an entire mile. Actually, no, it was okay. I lived, but my legs were screaming out to the heavens by the time I was on the way back, because I did not realize how hilly the road was that I was riding on. Bruh. So I want to, you know, find exercise that I enjoy so that I can be better at building the habits to keep doing it, you know? So one day of riding my bike under my belt, and that whole thing that people say about like when you learn to ride a bike, you never forget how to ride a bike. I mean, yeah, kind of. But when I tell you, I was wobbling like a newborn deer out here in these streets. I need to ride the bike more so that I can like get my balance back together, because that's what was happening. But it's really pretty. It's like this color, which made me love it even more because it's like my actual favorite color. And yeah, I think the only thing I want to do to it is, I think, tilt the seat back a little bit, because I felt like as I was riding it, I kept feeling like I was sliding off the front. So I think tilting the seat back will make it a lot more comfortable to ride. Yay! This is my first bike, like, as an adult. All the, like, any other bike that I've had as an adult has been a hand-me-down from, like, my dad or Lamar, and it feels nice to have, like, I have my own bike. Like, this is, like, I feel like little Kalisha, like, when I was first learning how to ride a bike, and I had a pink bike with streamers on the side, and I was I was irresponsible and left it outside and it got stolen. But I feel like little Kalisha with a new bike. So yeah, there's that. I am going to try to get this edited, hopefully in the next couple days, so I can get it posted and out to you guys. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Leave a comment down below of something positive that happened to you, something good, something encouraging, so that we can share that with everyone in the comments. Yeah. Thank you for being a part of my universe. Bye, friends.